We watched a movie about a little boy in England during a period under Queen Victoria where there was a lot of orphans, a lot of street kids, a lot of poor, and a great deal of them were Irish kids. And it was sad to see because the Empire, England, remember, took over Ireland and swallowed it up into their empire. But there was a great deal of racism, prejudice against the Irish, the British and the Irish, which is why when the British colonized the slave colonies of the Americas, they hired their low-class citizens of the empire, the Irish, who they considered like they almost like a African slave. They just had no respect for them. They didn't want to touch the black slaves. They told the Irish, you touch them, you take care of them. You're the lowest of the lowest in our empire as Irishmen. Therefore, you take care of our slaves. So they were the overseers of the African slaves. And a lot of African Americans have Irish blood in them because the Irish overseers of the British Empire were making out with some of our ancestors, our African women. Hence my mixed blood and my Irish blood descent. So in this period, the poor kids in England, the Irish in particular, were just discarded, living on the street. And the Queen, although she supported helping them, she wasn't really that heavily involved in it. And when her husband died, she was so encompassed with grief that she could not do her duty. And one of those duties was the Prime Minister trying to convince her that the people need to see you. The people need to hear from you in person, not just a letter, not just a text. They need to actually see you, hear from you. And you see that in life, but people actually need relationships. She had two people in her life that were personally her counselors, people that she respected, people that she told things to that she didn't tell anyone else. You have somebody like that in your life? You tell things to that you don't tell anyone else, and then they betray you. They betray that confidence. That's the worst feeling, isn't it? When you trust someone, you bring someone into your inner circle and they betray your confidence. But you had confidence in them that they would actually understand you. And sometimes those people that are the closest to you, they have an opportunity to say to you what no one else will say to you. They'll speak honestly to you the way no one else will speak honestly to you. And there's a lot of situations where people don't speak honestly to you. Kings throughout history, the great story of Queen Ester, Mordecai and Haman, Haman's gallows. He worked in the king's court, and he got the king to do things that he should not have gotten the king to do. But the king had another voice in his court, a holy woman, Esther. And Esther could also speak in the king's ear. Sometimes you have to have somebody, a Nathan, a prophet, as David did, speak in your ear. You have to be able to consult with someone that's honorable and trustworthy. And how many people have such a person in their life and they don't take advantage of it? So you end up in even a worse situation because you're not talking to your experts, you're not talking to your counselors, you're not talking to the people that you know really worry about you, care about you, love you, and are not trying to get anything from you. Someone who speaks honestly to you will more than likely say things to you that you really don't like, because that's an honest person. They're not just going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what you should hear because they love you. They're not thinking, oh, I don't want to hurt his feelings. It's the opposite. They're thinking, oh, I need to help my friend. I need to help the king. And she had two people in her life who knew sometimes she didn't like what she was hearing. And she would often tell them, you're stepping over the line. You meant it. And I'm going to have to step over the line. If you want my resignation, I'll give it to you. But I'm here to serve you. I'm here to tell you the truth of what you need to hear. And you have to get to a point where there's obviously mutual respect, and you respect the person, but you also have a duty that you promise them that you will tell them the truth, that you will be there to help them succeed. And that may tell them something that they cannot see. You are their second pair of eyes. And she had two people in her life that way, and they did help her see. And she did receive them. It was difficult to take the medicine, obviously, but that's why she had them around. Because she knew that when everything happens and everybody leaves, these two people, no matter what, even if I don't like what they're saying, they're going to tell me the truth. And it changed everything. And that's why you want good advisors. That's why presidents want good advisors. That's why people want good friends. That's why people should have good ministers in their lives to proclaim the truth against all odds, against emotions and feelings, so that we hear what we need to hear.